Thank you very much for tuning into John Michael's Adventures. I just made like a long video. I just want to shorten it out because this Dan Bernard thing. I said the story like 3 times, and I made a video of like 14 minutes or something. I said, all right, I gotta make this video again because this video was way too long. All right, so this Dan Bernard guy comes over. Let's recap very once, okay. And if we need to recap the story, just play the video again because I don't want. It's easy to go around and around. So Dan Bernard comes over and he's like, yeah, let's have this land deal. Okay, land deal. Okay, we'll see what we can do. So this guy, he has this land. He's got 4 pieces of land, side by side lots. It's next to the pool. There's water. There's electricity. You know, so okay, wherever. So it's next to Pagadian or whatever. So you got to go to Pagadian and drive a little bit more, and it's over there. It was far away, whatever. Maybe I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, we seriously considered it, whatever. So and then I'm like, well, okay, well if you want to make that deal and all that stuff, I'll build you the house. You can live in your forever home, and basically you can live there rent free for the rest of your life. I'll take possession of the land. I'll build you this house, and for the price of the rent, you can live there in the very nice house that I'm building for you for the rest of your life for free. As a gesture of friendship. He was gonna win, I was gonna win, and we were both gonna make some money and everything. And there's going to be some stores, the pool or whatever. It sounded great. It sounded great. So then I was like, well, maybe. I mean, maybe. So then I was going to build him a nice place, and he was going to, manage that kind of thing. And then after a while, he was like, well, okay, well, then something new, and then something else, and then something else. And then all of a sudden, he's like, well, you know what? I sold the land back to the developer. Yeah. So then he's like, I sold the land back to the developer. Okay, well, okay, whatever. And then, but before he said that, he's like, okay, well, to get this thing going, can you just give me like 30,000 or 40,000? I'm sort of thinking to myself, I'm like, well, 30,000, 40,000. I mean, nothing on paper. Like, there's no lawyer's contract or agreement or land deals, and this land was in like his ex-woman's name or something like that. And so just come out and say it. I think he was trying to scam me. I think he was trying to scam me, and it just sounds really weird. Like, why is he coming around trying to make me get him 30 or 40,000 pesos or whatever, 30 to 40,000 pesos, just like that, and no, it kind of, it just sounded weird. So then I'm like, well, I it just came to me a little bit later. Is this guy trying to scam me? Well, I don't know. So anyway, so then he borrows my partner some money. So then I secured a loan, of course, because I'm the one that vouched for him. I'm the guy that, he was. I brought him around. I gave him some hearty soup, some real nice vegetable soup, chili soup, and all that stuff. Very healthy foods and a wholesome soul food. Yeah? And he came a couple times and. He was all right. He was kind of creeping on my niece a little bit, but then whatever, she ran away, and then yeah, and then all of a sudden he's got this girlfriend, but by that time he already borrowed my partner some money, and then I'm like, well, okay, so I'll have to secure this loan because I'm the one that brought you around, so then I secured the loan. And now my partner's like, well, you don't have to pay. No, you're not. It's not about payment. It is about securing the loan. Oh no, I'm not accepting your money or whatever because that's just my partner. He's like that. He's a good guy. It's just it's not about like the like if my partner he's not a guy that's gonna be broke anytime soon. It's just that if he ever if in my book I owe my partner the money because Dan Bernard didn't pay him back or whatever. So 2 months go by. He buys this bow bow thing. It's a motor. It looks like a little turtle. It's sort of like the tricycle, but it's not a tricycle. It's like a single motor with a thing in the back, whatever. So he buys this bow bow thing. So then he buys this sari sari store. He literally buys a store, right? And then my partner didn't get paid his money back. And then I'm like, well, what's going on here? That's not right. You're not going to do that to me. You're stepping on my toes, man. So that's what's going on. And then it's today I'm like, oh, so it's a 27 game, and then he's supposed to get his check, and now it is what's going on here? What's this? Ooh, it's a ghost. Ooh. So then, so then today is like the 30th or 31st or whatever, and then so it's like 3 days after he gets his check, and then still nothing. Like there's no offer to just or even a partial payment or something like like anything at all. No, you're not going to take responsibility for your loan, and I'm here securing your loan, and you're just stepping on my toes. So then anyway, I got mad. I got mad because I mean this guy's stepping on my toes literally. I think he's trying to scam me. Number one, I generally I genuinely think that he's trying to scam me. That's number one. And then number two, the guy is stepping on my toes. He's not paying back my partner, and I got to secure the guy's loan. It's stepping on my toes big time. It's not even about the money. It's about the principle of being a man and standing up. And you got your word. Like, where's your word? Like, you only got one chance in business. I mean, this guy. I mean, he can come around for coffee and a game of cards or something, but he's never gonna. I don't even play cards, and I drink one coffee a day, and that's probably it. I mean, the guy really, you got to figure out the way that people look at you, and for me and all this stuff, I yeah, anyway, so anyway, this story again is. I made another video before this one, and this video is a little bit better because it's more concise. Let me recap the whole thing. He comes around. I think he's trying to scam me for this land. I was going to build, but then it turns out that there's no land, and he sold the land back to the developer. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I've never heard that before. You buy a land from a developer, and the developer is not interested in buying back the land from you. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Does it make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. And he has all these paperwork, but the scammers always have the paperwork to make it believe or whatever. So right now, the chances are 95% in my book that he was trying to scam me, and 5% that he was actually having this land. Maybe he was, because I mean, where did he get the money to buy the land? He doesn't have any money because, I mean, he's on disability or whatever. I'm not making fun of this medical condition. I feel genuinely bad. He has a medical condition or whatever. But I mean, I know a lot of guys with medical conditions that have their word, yeah, but he just didn't have his word. So then he borrows money and all this stuff, and he sells me this laptop, and this laptop's a little poor quality laptop. He wants all this money for it. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not going to give you that much. So he sold me a laptop, whatever. The laptop does work, but I had to like fix it and all this stuff. All right, well, whatever. I mean, that's something. And then he doesn't pay back my partner. So I mean, I'm the one that secured this loan, and now my partner doesn't want to take my money because that's just the way he is. But I mean, that's the way I am. In my book, I owe my partner some money because Dan Bernard didn't pay back the loan. And he's in the hospital and all this stuff, and he's got this and he's got that. But yes, but he does have that bow thing and that Saudi store thing. So, to me, this thing, it's not right. Something's going on here. Anyway, I gotta quit talking about this. So that's all. That's all for today. So if it's paid off and all this stuff, there's no more borrowing money. There's no more land deals and all this stuff. And it's a shame that we can't do business like a man. It's a shame, but you can't. Some people just can't. And that's why it's so important. When you find a good guy, a good business partner, like I had two great business partners. There was something fundamentally wrong with both of them. The first guy was too old, but he was great, and he also built with wood and never with concrete. The second business partner was great, but he was childless, not by choice, but there was a problem there. And when you're just he was married, but when you're childless, there's something missing there in your life. The two great business partners, though, I learned a lot from them. And this Dan Bernard, I was going, was a cool guy, business partner. No, so it's not. But my partner, that's a good guy. He's definitely a stand-up guy. He's gonna get some more, Godfather type qualities. He's gonna smash some shins and break some bones and all this stuff a little bit more. But great guy. My partner, but Dan Bernard, I can't say the same thing. I mean, I genuinely think that he was trying to scam me. I genuinely think, but who knows? Anyway, this story's gonna end. This story has to end today, and I'm sick and tired of it. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.